Mother of God, what is this? Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. This is by far, out of all the things that Bethesda's ever done, this is by far the worst idea they could have ever possibly had in their entire history. Okay, so yeah, of course, Fallout 76 did not deliver. Fallout 76 has tons of problems, glitches and errors, and just so many problems with the game. Of course, comes to the whole nylon bag issue, and then of course the Nuka-Cola Dark, and that whole problem as well. Just so many awful things with Fallout 76. I mean, it's a meme at this point. But this the Fallout First, Fallout 76 subscription is ridiculous. Listen to this. If you haven't heard this already, which I'm sure you have, I mean, there's no way you couldn't have at this point, but if you haven't, let me inform you. So, looking at PC Gamer's article here, Fallout First is an expensive $100 per year subscription to Fallout 76. That's sadly not a joke. That's the worst thing. That is not a joke. This is insane. I am baffled by this whole thing. I mean, of course, you have people all over the internet that are absolutely furious over this. I mean, of course, Bethesda, they went from a good AAA company to this, and it only took a year. I mean, after all the things that have been happening last year, they just have fallen apart. And this is just that much worse. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Fallout 76 was never good. And of course, yes, they tried to add more things. And of course, you have their whole DLC that they were going to have, which was the Wildlands DLC. And then they said they're going to push that back to 2020, which is going to be within the quarter one part of the year. So that's between January to April that people are going to be waiting for this. But, you know, when you thought, oh, well, they pushed it back, it got worse with this. Like, this is horrible. This is one of the worst, most ridiculous ideas I've ever seen. Oh man, this is so infuriating. I mean, with the play to win utilities within the game, but then again, the game just being a broken mess just upon launch. I mean, and then there's all the things that happens up to this point, and then this. Like, this is the worst idea out of all of it. I mean, yeah, okay. So the jackets, the nylon bag, the Nuka-Cola Dark, all that, yeah, awful ideas. You know, they could have done everything better and gave it all in better quality. Of course, they could have most definitely done better. But this is the worst thing they've done in terms of Fallout 76. This is the worst thing they've done, period, as a company. I don't think it gets worse than this for them. Like, this is the worst thing they've done. This is insane. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't see why any fan would stand for this. This is just the most insane thing ever. And you have Todd's little lies over there. Seriously. Todd lied. Bad. So look at this. Most of the community has moved on, written off Fallout 76 for what it truly is, a cynical cash grab. That and a comedic joke. With Fallout First, Bethesda seems to be fully embracing the game's bottom shelf penny pinching identity, hoping that there are enough dedicated fans left to squeeze out a few more caps. Oh, they're definitely looking for it, but they ain't getting it. This was just no, this was a no-go. This was an idea that never should have happened. And, you know, it's like to think they sat over here and said, hey, Blizzard, hold my beer. Because when you look at it, you thought, hey, look, Blizzard's whole issue right now, that's pretty bad, right? I mean, you thought that was terrible enough. Oh, no. Bethesda had to pull out the big guns and say, don't worry, we'll prove that we're worse. Oh, this is just baffling to me. Like, I am genuinely surprised. It takes a lot to surprise someone like me, but I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised that it's this bad, that it's come to this point. Ugh. Instead of just trying to fix the bugs, instead of trying to make the game better, no, they have to try to just pinch out every penny they possibly can. Fallout First grants some exclusive emotes, a set of exclusive iconic New Vegas Ranger armor, and an unlimited storage box for all your scrapping needs. Once again, granting a gameplay advantage to paying players. Really? This is more like a kick in the balls. This is not repaying anybody. This is just a kick in the balls straight up. This is terrible. This is absolutely awful. Since Fallout 76 launched, the community was asking Bethesda to provide players a way to play offline without interference from others, complete with mod support, like a regular Fallout game. After all, 76 still has some interesting quests and lore to uncover if you're willing to suffer through the jank after all. This is so infuriating. This is so frustrating because it's just like, instead of actually giving you anything, like, people just wanted their own servers, and that could have been like, what, $5 a year or $5 a month even. Okay, fine, whatever. But this is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, they're giving them their own server, but that's for $100 a year. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. It's absolutely outrageous. With this update, players will finally be able to play solo, use mods, and with a group of friends of their choosing, if you pay, that is, for the low price of $100 a year. Yeah, because that's low. Yeah, because everybody's just going to scoop out that money just for this. Ugh. You'll gain the privilege to play in a private world with up to 7 of your friends of your choosing. Like I said, $5 a month or a year for a private server would have been so much better than this. $100? No, this is not acceptable. Not acceptable. I say privilege because, unlike Minecraft realms, these are dedicated 24/7 servers. They require a paying player to be online in order for the server to be active. A feature Minecraft offers for free with its player-hosted worlds. If you're at work and your friends want to play on your world, tough. Spend your money on literally anything else. Yeah, no, I agree. Spend your money literally on anything else. This is a atrocious, terrible deal. I don't know who came up with this idea, but oh man, you would think they'd lose their job over this. Like, I don't know who would even want to pay this. This isn't even worth it. And yeah, sad thing is, comparing Minecraft to this, yeah, Minecraft even gives you free servers. Like, this is just pathetic. This is pathetic on Bethesda's part. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's so terrible. It's such a frustrating, terrible idea. It's just, I don't know. This is just awful. And this is what they had to say on Twitter. We're launching a new service today, Fallout First. No matter how you play Fallout 76, it has something for everyone. Does it really? Does it really have something for everyone? Because looking at these membership benefits, this is awful. Seriously, play in a private world exclusively for you and up to 7 friends. Unlimited storage for crafting components in your own new scrap box container. A new placeable feature travel point with a stash, sleeping bag, and more for your basic needs. Receive 1,650 atoms per month to use in the Atom Shop. An iconic Fallout outfit exclusively for members. Unique icons and emotes available only to members. This is stuff that should have just been in the game. Seriously. This should have just been in the game. Like, how is this a deal? This is not a deal. This is not at all a deal. This is just a terrible, terrible idea. Oh man, like, this is frustrating. This is absolutely frustrating. This is absolutely infuriating. I mean, how is this a deal? These are things that should have been in the game from day one. But yet, here they are saying that this is your membership benefit for $100 a year. Yeah, no thank you. That is absolutely terrible. And it just shows that they're looking at the fans as if they're nothing more than money for cattle. And I'd say probably the most insulting part about all of this is the fact that they have the atoms that they're going to give back to you per month. I think that's the most insulting part, really. I mean, this is nothing more than one huge dumpster fire. That's what this is. It's a mess. And then, if you were to go to look at what people are saying on Twitter and the internet in general, people are saying that they didn't want this. I mean, right here, there's a guy that says, literally nobody wants this. And that is the truth. People only wanted private servers. And guess what? You want the private servers, you gotta pay $100 a year. That is one of the most absurd things I've ever seen, ever, for games. Like I said, it's so baffling to me. It's ridiculous. This is the stupidest idea Bethesda has ever had. And to top that off, it's not just for the server. You get pay to win stuff. Again, it's basically selling you pay to win and then cosmetics. Just stuff that should have been in the game. It's basically just a huge way of saying, here, pay to win. As if fans of video games have not been sick enough of this already. For real. And here it is again, pretty much. And so there were just some hilarious memes and just so many funny statements from people all over the internet. I mean, this one was one that really stood out to me that was pretty hilarious. I think I can say this tweet is a bigger tragedy today. When did the bombs fall in Fallout? October 23rd, 2077. Now, isn't that ironic because October 23rd, 2019, which is yesterday, as of the recording of this video, is when it happened. Oh, man, that's kind of ironic. I mean, it'd be more ironic if it actually happened on the exact date, but, you know, with the year, but that's still pretty ironic nonetheless. But, yeah, I mean, it's just infuriating. This is just absolutely frustrating that this would go on, that they would do this. Like I said, it's the biggest kick in the balls. And if anything, it's like they're selling you a piece of dog crap just in a bag. It's like they took dog crap from someone's lawn and just put it in a bag and gave it to you. That's what this is for $100, basically. Because this is stuff that should have already been in the original game, and you know, instead of $100, maybe $5 a year for, you know, the server. I don't think that would have been so much of a big deal. That would have been fine, and nobody would have had a problem with $5 a year for their own personal server. All right, that sounds great. That sounds like a reasonable deal. I wouldn't argue with that. But hey, you know what? There's also something kind of bad with this whole deal, you know? Now, I wonder what that could be. So, as I was initially making this video, news came up and I saw it and I was like, oh. So apparently Fallout 76 premium private servers are not private. It's Scrapbox is deleting scrap. Oh boy. So, as if it wasn't bad enough with the $100, it's $100 worth of junk that doesn't even work. Oh, man. Bethesda just can't get enough of things that just don't work for them. Even stuff they make doesn't even work for them. It's that bad. So, this is also what the article had to say here. The gaming industry is still trying to wrap its collective head around the sheer hilarious audacity of Bethesda charging $12.99 a month or $99.99 a year for a premium Fallout 76 subscription service. Fallout first. Fallout 76 was a notoriously broken game at launch, but over time fixed itself and added content until it created a nice little niche community. A nice little niche community that Bethesda would now like to get more money from, or milk them like cows. There have been some issues with the promised exclusive content in this premium subscription, namely the introduction of private servers and an unlimited scrap box to hold all your junk. Oh, but what could be the problem? Oh wait, more glitches and errors, because apparently Bethesda doesn't know how to work out their own issues with their games. So let's see what it has to say about the private servers. There are a few issues cropping up here. Fallout First players are finding that newly created world they might be heading into is not actually new at all. To no surprise. Players are reporting dead NPCs and looted areas when they get there. implying that these are not actually new instances, but instead reused old instances masquerading as brand new private worlds. Oh wow, because that's a shock, right? The private aspect is up for debate too. Players with big friends list, i.e. merchants who sell players' goods in the game, are finding that they can't prevent people from joining their private servers where they just want to relax and play by themselves or with a few friends. Without some sort of invisible mode, other players can see your instance and join it. Wow. So of course, promising you private servers for $100, but then they don't even work. And then, of course, just reused areas and dead NPCs and looted areas. That's not a shock, considering it's Bethesda. At this point, it's nothing but a joke. And the worst part is, it doesn't even stop there. Because now, the scrap box. Well, let's talk about that one. If you were looking forward to the unlimited storage of scrap in Fallout 76 with the new scrap box perk of Fallout First, you definitely don't want to be using it just yet. Oh boy, what could be happening? I just wonder. Multiple players are reporting that they have deposited hundreds of units of scraps in these new boxes only to find the box has eaten it. The scrap disappears from the instance and can't be found again from relogging or anything. It's just gone. So it's just deleted. Wow. Players are not amused at the fact that they have now paid for the privilege of losing all their materials, and so far, there does not seem to be any way to recover any of this. So do not use these boxes until there's a clear fix for this. Not that more than like 2 of you reading this are going to subscribe to Fallout First, but still. Because nobody's going to subscribe to that. And secondly, now they know that the servers aren't working, as well as the scrap box is eating their scraps. Why would they? Why would they? Another failed attempt by Bethesda, shown right here. It just blew up in their faces. Yet again. See, Bethesda, you know what you're really reminding me of? You're reminding me of Rooster Teeth. Oh, low blow. Well, it makes me think, every single time you hear first membership, don't take the bite to get the first membership, because it seems that they're going to go back on their word, and it seems that they are going to up the price. Well, this sounds familiar, doesn't it? I wonder, Bethesda, have you been working with Rooster Teeth this whole time? Because it would make perfect sense, and I wouldn't be surprised. Given that this is both Bethesda and Fallout 76, it's no real surprise that these things are not working as intended. And yet, when you are rolling out a ludicrously priced premium service, you better make it work as intended and not do active harm to the players you've managed to convince to buy it. Good Lord, what's next? Oh, good Lord, what's next is the best question to be asking right here, because Bethesda's probably going to roll out something else that's going to probably mess something else up, and I wouldn't be surprised. Seriously, Bethesda, listen to your fans. I guarantee you, if you listen to the criticism, I think that you would do a lot better. Because as of the past year, Bethesda has had so many problems after problems after problems, and they haven't learned a single thing from any of them. And this is just more evidence of that. And if you look at it, Bethesda has just been spiraling downhill and just going down that hill even further, and each time they try to go back up, they just fall back further. I mean, come on, learn from your mistakes. If you do, I guarantee you could at least improve. I mean, seriously. I don't know what's going on with companies today. This is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. But now it's just one big joke, and Bethesda is the butt end of that joke. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below, and share the video, spread the word, and let's try to get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.